You staying warm? It's summertime and it's gonna be 100 degrees this weekend. Literally 100 degrees on Monday.
Not in the house.
That's true. Welcome to the 15th Floor, a Radiohead reaction podcast, where a Gen X father tries to convince his Gen Z son that Radiohead is the greatest band of all time by introducing him to Radiohead songs one at a time, and he reacts. This is another viewer request. We had 400 subscribers, and we want to start doing a lot more viewer requests. So we're getting right into those right now. Have we only done two other ones? We did Muse. I don't remember the name of that song. Uprising. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And I thought that was a good song. I think I'd listen to it again. Muse fans were not pleased that Radiohead fans were discussing Muse. Apparently, you're not allowed to talk about those things. And then we did King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, People Vultures, which was probably not their best one to choose. If you didn't happen to see the video afterwards, I said that I checked out a couple other songs just to give them a chance, and their other stuff is better. Maybe, maybe a little pretentious, but who isn't, right? I mean, we've got a YouTube channel, for crying out loud. What are we saying about pretentious? But today we are starting off our summer of our viewer requests by going to Arctic Monkeys, because that's the one that was brought up the most. We let everyone decide which Arctic Monkeys song we should listen to, and the one that got the most votes was "Do I Wanna Know?" I don't know anything about Arctic Monkeys. I know they're British. That'll do it.
The British.
I purposely didn't try to look up anything about it. I just I don't remember if I said something to somebody that I was doing this, and they said, "Oh yeah," or maybe I'm just making it up. Maybe they're not British. Ugh. No, I think they're British. This just goes to show we don't know what we're doing. We do want a lot more of these requests. Certainly, you know, if they're mainstream, if they're indie, whatever the case may be, that's fine. But certainly, if there's some band/song, it doesn't have to be a great band. Maybe just a great song that you think everybody needs to hear before they die. Give us that recommendation. Let's listen to Arctic Monkeys' "Do I Wanna Know?"
Got color in your cheeks. Do you ever get that feel that you can't shift, the tide that sticks around like summits in your teeth? Are there some aces up your sleeve? Have you no idea that you're in deep? I dreamt about you nearly every night this week. How many secrets can you keep? 'Cause there's this tune I found that makes me think of you somehow, and I play it on repeat until I fall asleep, spilling drinks on my settee. Do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways? Sad to see you go. Sorta hoping that you'd stay. Saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Never thought I'd call and run. You love you, 'cause I always do. Maybe I'm too busy being lost to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through. Crawling back to you.
Pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I think so. That was good percussion. I like that. I like that guitar riff. I like the simplicity of a good guitar riff, and his vocals are great. I really like his vocals. I think that's almost like John Lennon. Okay, they're British. That's confirmed.
Yeah, if he's British, yeah. I feel like it's just from what I've been hearing, all British people have good singing voice.
Well, certainly that's not true. I'm sure there are plenty of British people who
that
are
I've
awful.
heard.
Yes, British rock sounds really good. They take care to preserve some form of vocal discipline. Something that maybe we don't have quite as much here in the States. But then you get like the Sex Pistols, and it's maybe not quite as honored there. But I really like that very John Lennon like voice. I'm not one of those people that can hear a British accent and be like, oh, that's from this place in England. It all sounds the same because
Is that a thing in England?
Oh, sure, of course. They all can hear, oh, he's got a very thick this and this accent, and that means nothing to me. But maybe they say the same thing about us when we hear like a Southern accent or a Wisconsin accent or Chicago.
But we know where that's from.
Boston. Yeah, we know where
and
it's
they know it.
You think so?
I feel like.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I don't know.
If you're from England, if you're from the UK, can you tell the difference between a New York, a Boston, a Louisiana, any of those accents? Do I have an accent to you?
Washington accent.
No one says Washington. No one from Washington says Washington. I'm probably going to talk a lot about that voice because I really like that voice.
Good stuff.
So have you got the goods? Been wondering if your heart's still open, and if so, I wanna know what time it should. Simmer down and poker up. I'm sorry to interrupt, it's just I'm constantly on the cusp. I've tried and to kiss you. I don't know if you feel the same as I do. We could be together if you wanted to. Do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways? Sad to see you go. Was sorta hoping that you'd stay, and we both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Ever thought of calling when you've had a few? Cause I always do. Maybe I'm too busy being lost to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through. Crawling back to you. If this feeling flows both ways, sort of hoping that you'd stay. We both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Do I wanna know? Too busy being lost to fall. Sad to see you go. Ever thought of calling down? Do you want me crying?
I just closed my Candy Crush game.
Oh.
I certainly like the simplicity of the guitar. You don't need, if grunge taught us anything, and it taught us a lot, you don't need heavy guitar solos. You don't need a guitarist to show off, and that was great. I thought that was really good. And then when they all brought it together, they started the echoes. And then they brought back the Do I Want to Know, the little Michael Jackson dance. Do I Want it? No, that's not really. They brought back the Do I Want to Know. That was really cool. When they brought it all together at the end, that was entertaining. I feel like you can sing along to that. You'd find a part and you'd sing. And there's no way you're not in your car doing a little bit of, Next time I see someone doing this, I'm like, Arctic Monkeys. Nailed it. Like that. What do you think?
It was good. I don't know if this is a Gen Z thing or me being tired, but I like to keep things simple, and I'd say that was just that easily reminded me of songs from early 2000s, late 1990s.
Oh, I didn't look to see how old this song is.
I'm hoping that's when it came out because that's what it reminded me.
Not 90s for sure, because
in the 2000s,
yeah, possibly,
because songs in the 2000s are like way different than songs in 2010s.
Are they?
Yeah. And
Yes.
Yeah, and this song is definitely either 2000s or people in 2000s trying to be like 1990s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You felt like it had kind of a 90s feel. What sounded a little older to me, and of course I've already mentioned the vocals and a little bit like John Lennon, it also even sounded like a little bit like Space. But then he was better than that. So I don't want to leave it there. In fact, what I was really thinking about while I was listening to that is I know it doesn't sound like the voice of Buddy Holly, but I like that he's got that his high in the throat vocals that he throws around up and down like Buddy Holly. It just reminded me of that. He doesn't do any of the falsetto and stuff like that Buddy Holly was awesome at, or the hiccups that Buddy Holly was awesome at. But it's not fair to compare him to that because that's not what it is. But I thought, yeah, he's a good vocal performer, and the way they layered it all at the end, I really like that. That song, without a doubt, would get me thinking about listening to more Arctic Monkeys. We have a choice now. Now, do I just dive in and just start listening in my own free time? Or do we wait and do some more reactions on Arctic Monkeys? I don't want to stay on a band that maybe everyone doesn't necessarily want to hear more of, but I enjoyed that, and I would like to listen to more of it. So if you're an Arctic Monkeys fan, whether we do a reaction to it or not, give me some more suggestions on where I should go next. I don't know if you'll listen to it. I would give that song an 8, 8.5. Yeah, that was fun.
I like the 90s and the early 2000s, and it was a great song. I'll give it 7.5.
Okay.
But just I'm not as into it because I'm just not as interested because like I respect those 90s songs.
When you say 2000s, that makes me think if I'm thinking of British pop rock bands, I think of something like Coldplay. And I know people want us to do some Coldplay reactions, and most Coldplay would be relatively new to me. But the Coldplay I have heard, like the Coldplay that's been on the radio for years, does nothing for me. I really don't love Coldplay. I've heard and I agree that Coldplay is a band trying really hard to sound like Radiohead. And you're gonna get Coldplay fans on me who are gonna be like, "Oh, how dare you!" But I stand by that statement because I've heard Coldplay and it's like, yeah, I mean, okay. You got a great singer with an okay band, and this was a great singer, and I think that the music was great. I thought that was really good. I like that. I had mentioned on an earlier, I think it was Vulture People?
People Vultures.
But did I say Voodoo People before? Or did I say
think so.
People Vultures?
I don't know.
Voodoo People is a different song altogether. It's an old electronica song. People Vultures, I said I don't really get into the guitar playing the same thing that the vocals are, that the melody is doing at the same time. If the melody does one thing and the guitar does exactly that same thing at the same time, that doesn't do a lot for me. I want to hear the layers. And this did that, but I liked it. I thought it was really well done. I thought I really probably am saying too much nice things, but I don't want to be critical. I thought that was really good, and I would happily listen to more stuff like that. We're getting into summer now, so we're going to do all sorts of reactions. We'll still get plenty of the Radiohead reactions. We've still got a couple of Imagine Dragons coming up, and we'll do a lot more of these viewer requests. But we, as always, appreciate all your kind comments. We really like that everyone stays pretty nice. Everyone stays nice. And so we appreciate that. We appreciate you continually watching, continually liking, subscribing. We're up to 400 subscribers. That's fun. We thought we'd get 3 or 4. Your brother, your mom, my mom.
A few friends.
Maybe some friends.
And then a few strangers.
Maybe we just know more people than we thought we did. Continue to love one another. Keep listening to music together. You're now leaving
the 15th floor.